of Horror, and today we have a special interview with Jessica Messenger. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, but we fixed it as good as we could. But there's still a bit of an echo, but I hope you'll enjoy anyways.
Hi, welcome to Bitches of Horror, and today we are going to have an interview with Jessica Messenger, and Jeremiah from 13th Floor is going to help me out with it. So our first question is, what attracted you to filmmaking?
Yeah, that was a really random route in for me. I've spoke about it a few times, but actually I started out as a dancer mainly. So I did a lot of theatre, things like that. And at about the age of 18, I sort of decided I wasn't going to get any better. So I quit. I stopped dancing, and I was just like, what do I want to do now? And I loved film. So I went to university, and studied film and TV. And then it just sort of went from there. We did a lot of the production side of it, but I wasn't really into production. So I sort of merged my performance with my practical knowledge of film and decided I wanted to act for film. And that's kind of how I ended up doing it. So I was actually quite late. I was about the age of 23 when I started. So yeah, I've only been doing it for 5 years. So quite short term. Yeah, long way around. Yeah.
Jeremiah, you good for the next one?
Yeah, actually, let's go back to the reason we actually got this interview to begin with was we saw your post on Facebook about your involvement with Six Hot Chicks in a Warehouse.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, like, how you actually got involved in that. What was the genesis behind your involvement in that production?
I read the script for the first time about 4 years ago now. It was just when I started getting into making films. And I didn't know the director at the time, Simon. And we sort of got in touch online, and he sent me the script, which I loved it straight away. And then for one reason or another, he didn't end up following through on that project and did another number of projects after that, which I did work on him with, one of his feature films. And it sort of went on the back burner for a while. And then about 2 years ago, he got in touch again and sort of sent me a revised script and said, you know, are you still interested? He'd done a number of new drafts on it. And I said, yeah, I'm still up for it. It then went back on the back burner again. And then we came around to it about a year ago, and we just decided to go ahead and shoot. So yeah, we shot a few scenes, and then my role just sort of grew from there. Originally, I was just cast as the lead mirror, and then I got involved in helping a number of things. I offered to do costume, and eventually he just said, you know, do you want to co-produce with the other producers? So I said, yeah. So yeah, it started out as just actor and then evolved into co-producer, costume designer, and all the other bits and bobs that came with it.
Wow. Yeah, so you had your hands full.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. It just wound up that way. And yeah, it was a massive project for us all. It took a lot of hard work in the run up to the shoot. So yeah, and we're in post-production now with it.
So you have a background, would you say, in costume design?
No, not at all. It's the first time I've actually costume designed anything. I mean, I've done the odd bit, you know, with my theatre background, I've done the odd bit there with costume, but in terms of film, it's the first project I've ever done. So he actually really trusted me with that, because partly the reason I owned up to doing it was, obviously, we had quite a male-heavy production crew. Most of the cast is female, but most of the crew was male. And I sort of said, you know, you've got 6 women, 3 costumes each, and they've got to be right. And I said, and I'm a woman, and I know how to dress these characters. So I said, I would really like to do the costume. I think I can dress them better than men can. So can I do it? And that's why I wanted to do it, because I wanted to dress them right. I didn't want to just, yeah. So I took it on because I wanted to, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine if it was left in the hands of the men on set, you know, what they would have turned out like, you know, some male fantasy, you know, kind of.
Yeah, and this is it. I wanted the characters, the costumes for me were so integral to the character. And each character is so different from one another that I wanted, because women are very much like that, you know, there's so many ways that we can dress, there's so many ways we can show our personality, and while one loves trousers and tracksuit bottoms, another one might love skirts and dresses, and there's so many different types of women, and I really wanted to show that in this. I didn't want us all just to be dressed in what men want us to see us in. I wanted it to be about the characters and the different characters, why they wear what they wear and why they would choose to wear that. So that's why I wanted to take it on. I didn't just want it to be, let's stick them all in the same thing. So yeah, it took a lot of work. I spent about 3 months solid on costume.
Wow.
And every night, I'm talking every night I worked on costume. It took me ages.
Wow. Like when you say that you did the costumes regarding like their personality, is that something that you decided by yourself, or did you have input from Simon as well?
I mean, obviously we liaised pretty much every night for months. I said, I think it's really important I go really in depth with it, and he was really good about it. I mean, he sort of, as long as it worked for him visually, it worked with the story, he was quite happy to let me loose on it. So he kept quite a loose rein on that, to be fair. I mean, I ran everything by him, all of the, I came up with mood boards, and I mood boarded every girl in every costume. So 6 girls, 3 costumes. I'm not very good at maths, but I don't know how many that is, but it's quite a lot. And I mood boarded them all. I ran everything by him first. And then I ran it by each girl, because I wanted the girls to feel empowered and confident in what they were wearing. I didn't want to just whack them in it and go, tough, that's what you're wearing. I wanted to run it by them and go, look, this is what I think would work for your character. Is there anything you want to change? Is there anything you don't like? So I did liaise with everyone, which is why it took so long. But generally, everybody was really happy with what they had. I changed the odd thing just to make sure the girls felt good about being in the costumes. Because that was really important. I thought, when you're doing the scenes that we're doing, and we're doing some really intense fight scenes and stuff, like, they need to be able to feel confident in what they're wearing. And as if they would have chose it. So that's what I wanted to do, which is partly why it took so long.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like this was probably the biggest amount of involvement, right, you've had in any kind of production?
Oh yeah, hands down the most involvement I've had, which I really enjoyed that. I mean, the producing side of it, I only had so much to do because I live quite far from where most of the crew were. I couldn't really help with location scouting. I couldn't really help with, going in, looking into the warehouses and choosing which one we were going to have. And he sent me photos and stuff, but I couldn't really do anything with regards to that. So I just took on elements that I could control from where I was. I live a good 4 hours journey away, so it's quite far. So that's why there was a couple of producers on to do things that I couldn't really do. So that element of it, I enjoyed it sort of. I don't know whether I'd produce again, or if I did, I would only produce. I wouldn't act as well. Like, it was a lot to do at once. But costume design, I definitely do it again. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it sounds like you found your niche then.
Yeah.
Would you say this was, like, just on this scale alone, the biggest production you've been involved in?
No. In terms of scale, do you mean the amounts of crew and that we had?
I would say, crew and...
It's probably not, to be fair. I mean, I've had smaller roles on much bigger productions. This is the biggest role I've had on a medium-sized production. But I have had smaller bit parts on productions that are on a much bigger scale. With much more crew. You're talking 50, 60 members of crew. And, cast of 100 sort of thing. So we were quite skeletal on how many crew members we had, to be honest. We ran it quite minimally. People were taking on a number of roles, not just one role. Like myself, it's taking on multiple roles each. So
yeah, I know Jasmine can relate, and so can Sarah. They they just finished wrapping up Sargat, so
yes.
So
I'm looking forward to seeing that. I am following what's going on with that. So
I think it's kind of like that with indie productions, though. That like you're kind of like a small family, so you help out with whatever needs helping out with. Which also makes every indie movie like more homey and more cozy in a way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's partly why I ended up to do costume as well, because to get somebody else in to spend that amount of time it's going to cost a lot to pay them. You know, I understood the budget we were working to a little bit too, so I could kind of incorporate that. I mean, my costume, to save on budget for the other girls, I purchased my own costume. So I tried to cut down the budget on costume for everybody else so I could spend more on the other girls. So I just, there were certain elements that I took on for a reason, I suppose. But yeah, that's kind of the way of indie film, isn't it?
Yeah.
You always end up doing that little bit more. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the film itself?
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm supposed to say. I probably should have asked that question before I did. But yeah, it's about this lonely, bizarre photographer, which I think a lot of women can kind of associate with, without stereotyping, but there are a lot of this kind around. I know I've definitely met them. And he's a bit odd, but you know, these 6 girls, they're all models. Anna, the main model, is a proper model. So, like, she takes it really seriously, whereas the other girls just kind of, they're not very good. Like, you know, they do it for a bit of cash here and there, and he pays really well. So they're more than happy to work with him, even though he's a bit dodge. He's not someone that you probably work with, but you do because he pays well.
Right.
That's kind of where the story goes. Mira, my character, has a lengthy relationship with him in the past. Like, she knows him quite well. She's worked with him a lot. And it kind of goes south from there. And I can't really say why it goes south, but it does.
Right.
But it's kind of a mashup. It's sort of a homage to Grindhouse in that it's set in its own kind of universe, so it's a bit bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's very British.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting, I think. See what people think.
Yeah, you can definitely see the Grindhouse influence just on the promotional material alone.
Yeah,
it's got
there's definitely a very heavy Grindhouse influence there, but it's not as gory as what you get in general Grindhouse films.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more toned down than that. So it almost falls into the thriller category, which it's going to be interesting to see how horror fans take it, because there's probably not enough gore to satisfy the gore fans, but it's a bit weird for thrill fans.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to find a middle ground somewhere. But
That sounds interesting, though. I like when you have like different genres in one movie. It kind of makes it different.
Primarily, the director / writer, he's a drama writer, primarily. I mean, this is his first horror film, properly, and the feature film I did with him before was all out drama. So the script is very drama-orientated. A lot of the actors that are in the film are not horror names, they're drama actors. So, I mean, we do have Emma Locke that's in the film, obviously she's the Human Centipede actress too, Human Centipede 2. So we do have horror names in it, but mainly the people are quite unknown in the horror genre. So it's going to be interesting to see how people take it. But that's the background that he comes from. So I think that's why the script was really strong for me. That's why I liked it. It was so different because it comes from a different angle.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see how they. I mean, it sounds like you have a lot of characters running in this film, and it'll be interesting to see how they balance that, you know, and make us care about each one of them, you know, while making each one interesting at the same time. And
it was hard. Six with obviously Adrian probably is the main character, to be honest. In this, like, we found that as we were shooting it, like it was supposed to be Mira, but to be honest, when we were actually filming it, I was like, this story isn't about her at all. Like the way it's played out is about him. 7 characters. We do have other characters that bounce in and out, but it's a lot on set at one time, and there are a lot of scenes with the whole of us in 7 people. That was really difficult to film. Like, most scenes that I've ever done have been sort of a 2-way conversation, maybe a 3-way conversation, but we were having 6, 7-way conversations. And that was really difficult to shoot. It was really difficult to block. So yeah, and obviously getting people enough screen time to show that character out is really difficult. I'll be interested to see in the edit how it plays out myself, because it was tough. Films have 6 or 7 main characters at the same time. There's not many.
Yeah, it's a lot to juggle for sure.
It is, yeah.
So you've mostly worked in the horror genre, correct?
That's how it panned out. That's kind of how I ended up envisaging it. I love dramas,
Is there another genre you'd like to apply your talents in?
sci-fi. I'd love to do a really good sci-fi. There's not many around, is there? Like, people don't have the budget to, like, even entertain sci-fi. That's
For
the
indie
part.
films, it's hard because you need all those special effects and the props and everything.
Yeah, there's something that there's already people expect something with sci-fi, right off the bat, and if you don't meet that, it's the difficult sell. And I know we have Emma Dark, who's trying to do that Salient Minus 10 short film, and
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
if anyone can pull it off, it'll be her. I don't know if you guys have seen the her previous
Oh,
work.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing what she was able to pull off with a small budget. So it's possible, but it's not easy.
It is possible, it's just tough. It's a really tough genre. Like you say, there's an expectation there. Yeah, I'd love to do it. I mean, it's sort of on my hit list to try and get a decent agent that can get me on the Sci-Fi Channel, because I love that sort of thing. I mean, everyone sort of aspires to the Hollywood level of things, but actually I really love the Sci-Fi Channel. I'm a stickler for the Sci-Fi Channel. I just like that sort of thing, so anything that's a bit weird.
No, we'd love
I'd
to
love
see
that.
you definitely in the future in that genre. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I'd really love as well. I really want to do full prosthetic. That's my son. I'm stopping. Don't leave me, Eden.
That's funny.
I told you he'd make an attempt.
Yeah, I've got 3 of my own, so I understand.
No, I'd really love to do a full prosthetic. That I would love to get a part where I'm fully immersed in something. I don't know what that would be. I don't know when that would be, but I would really love to do that.
See, I'm immediately thinking of like Species. You remember that one?
Yeah. Something really.
Species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's on my list, but we can dream. Hopefully something will come off eventually.
Well, we've got our fingers crossed for you. So.
Thank you.
Is there?
I really enjoyed Chelsea Burton's She, and you're in the next one, The Dead Girl.
Oh yes, Dead Bitch.
Dead Bitch, right? Yeah, Dead Bitch.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happening with that at the moment, but it was fun. It was fun to shoot. There was a lot of people on Dead Bitch that ended up on Rats. So I got to work with them twice and made some really good friendships out of that as well. And they're a really talented bunch of people, really talented. And a lot of them, you need to keep your eye on a lot of them. I think they'll all do something, they'll all do really well. It was more of a comedy horror as well, which was really different. I've not done much comedy at all. Yeah, it was fun.
Do you prefer doing short films, or do you prefer doing feature-length ones? Like, do you have a preference?
I've done more. I'm trying to think. If I've done more features or more shorts. I can't tell. I think I'm about 50-50, and they're very different. I mean, you can fly in and out on a short film. That's the beauty of it. I mean, it literally is. You visit it, you film it, you leave. Feature film is just so draining. It's so tiring. I can get into the character more with a feature film, I think. I've got more story. The issue with short films is I've always ended up being a bit part in a way, which means I can't, there's not enough there to kind of, you've only got so much to work with.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I don't think I've got a preference either way. They're very different mediums, aren't they? I think they're not comparable.
Yeah, I think something I feel about short films. I love short films, like watching them, but I think it's really hard to find short films. You can't really buy them like you can a feature film.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because there's so many good short films out there.
And once you've missed it as well, a lot of the time, if you've missed it on a festival, it's really hard to get hold of unless they put it online. And I mean, hopefully Blair Bathory is starting up her Fear House again, isn't she?
Yeah, season 2 is starting soon.
Yep. So hopefully, that's a platform then for short horrors again, to have somewhere to be for people to catch it. So that would be really good. I'm glad that she's managed to start that back up again, because I think there is definitely a gap in the market for that. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I actually think what with the proliferation of like the internet and you've got so many people with access to competent filming equipment, right? So everyone's making their own film nowadays, short films.
Yeah.
And I think also attention spans probably aren't what they used to be. This also helps with short films, becoming popular.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's definitely boomed, hasn't it, in the last few years, making shorts. And as well, I mean, I think budget has a lot to do with shorts as well. It's difficult. A lot of people can't get, write great features, but can't get funding for their first feature because they have no track record of making anything.
Right.
So people won't fund it. So a lot of people make short films as a way to prove their worth. Almost like a proof of concept,
Yeah, absolutely.
to then be able to apply for funding for a feature. So there's a lot of reasons people make shorts.
Yeah, and we've seen examples of, starting out with, a small short film, and then being picked up by a big production, studio. Like we have Lights Out recently.
Yeah.
It
happens.
So it happens.
It does happen. And also, even if they don't get funded for the feature version of that short, they may fund them based off the quality of that short for a feature film they've written that's something completely different. It's almost like a necessity now. I think it's really difficult to get funding straight off the bat for a feature film. Really difficult, unless you're going to self-fund. It's pretty much the only way. I mean, that's how it is here in England anyway. I can't say whether it's the same way you guys are. I don't know, but here, generally, you're not going to get the funding unless you fund yourself.
It's like that here. Not sure in the States is too big, I guess, for...
Yeah.
In Sweden, we don't really have that many horror films, and the ones who make them are usually, they fund it themselves.
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, people always ask me, would you make your own films? And it's like, I would love to make a film, but the reality is I won't until I can fund it. Could be another 10 years before that happens.
So you write your own films too?
I've written a number of scripts, yeah. But nothing I've ever wanted to make. I kind of write and rewrite, and then I'm not happy, and then I just think I don't like that anymore. I can never commit to a script. It's never quite good enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I can agree. I actually have the first, what would be like the first 10 minutes of like 30 different movies sitting on my, notepad and my computer. So I completely understand.
Yeah. I think if I was to do my own film, I have to be proud of it. It has to be good enough for me to be proud of it. And I would rather not do one at all than just do one for the sake of doing one.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever that is, I mean, it could be 15 years. I really don't know. It'll be when it's the right thing. So.
Yeah, I agree. Is there anything else you want to say to everyone out there before we wrap up here?
The main thing, I suppose, is if you're wanting to work in film, then you've got to just go out and do it. I mean, I think a lot of people wait for the right time.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of acting anyway, I can't really speak for people in production. A lot of people go out with their cameras and start making stuff, and people always wait for the right time, and it's like there isn't a right time. You just have to go out and start being part of films and just start doing it right from the bottom, even if you do student films, or if you just work with your friends who are just starting out at uni making films and they need an actor. Just get involved and develop, because it's very different from theatre. Education is important, but I think a lot of the time as well, if you're a bit of a natural talent, just go with it.
I agree.
There's a lot of avenues now. You don't have to be schooled in acting. You don't have to be.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Just go do it.
Yeah, and even still, we have plenty of online material now. You don't have to.
I bought so many books as well. I mean, I love reading, so I've got so many books. I just read on filmmaking, on production, on acting, different ways of acting, on method and all that sort of thing. I just read it all anyway, and then apply it as best as I can. I might be absolutely awful. I don't know. In fact, I don't care. I enjoy it anyway. So even if I'm awful, it doesn't matter. I have fun. I have a good time.
I think that's really important. You can also usually see that as well in actors, like if they're having a good time or not. Some films you can just see that they're like just having a blast, and it makes it so much more fun to watch.
Yeah.
You have to enjoy it. I mean, if this is the thing as well, I guess that's another thing. A lot of people, again, I'm speaking from an acting perspective because that's the angle that I come from, but a lot of people do it for the wrong reasons, and they do it because they like recognition, or they do it because they think they'll make lots of money.
Mhm.
Really daft. But or they do it because they want to be in Hollywood. Again, a bit daft.
Mhm.
But it's the wrong reason. There's so many brick walls that you hit. There's so many times you get doors slammed in your face. You'll give up at the first hurdle. You have to do it because you love it. Like I say, I got into filmmaking the really long way around, and I'm so glad I did because I absolutely love it. Like I feel like this is what I should be doing now. And whether I get recognition at all, or whether I end up doing a blockbuster in 15 years, or whether I don't really care. As long as the content is something that I'm really proud of, that's all I care about. So, you know, I may never do anything, I may never make any money, but that's fine by me.
Mhm.
And I think you have to feel like that about making films, and it's the same in production. You have to feel okay at losing money, because the chances are you are going to be losing money most of your life if you're going to make films.
Yep.
It's very rare you're going to make a profit. And if you're doing it to make a profit, go and do something else. Go and be a lawyer, or go and be sensible.
Yeah, no,
Go and make
I agree.
money, lose money.
Do this because you want to do it. You have a passion for it.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Jessica. It was very
Thank
nice
you.
to having you
Thank
on the show, and we apologize for the early technical difficulties.
That's okay. My iPod died. I can't believe it's on 1% now. I'm surprised it's not died. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it, and thank you as well for taking time out to come and chat to me about it.
Awesome.
Thank
It was
you.
really good.
Well.